Welcome to today's Explainer. We're doing things a bit differently this time, and honestly, I am so excited about it. Today, I'm going to act as your hands-on co-teacher. This isn't going to be some long, theoretical policy lecture. Nope, this is a practical, step-by-step workshop. We are going to literally build a real, usable new ILAW lesson plan together, right here, right now. So grab a blank notebook, get your favorite pen ready, take a deep breath, and let's build this lesson plan together. Okay, let's take a quick look at our agenda, which is basically our workshop roadmap. We'll start with a super quick overview of what ILAW actually is, and then we're diving straight into the template. Competency and objectives, learning content, designing those core experiences, setting up assessment and reflection, and finally we'll cover some common mistakes you'll definitely want to avoid. So, Section 1. What is ILAW? Before we actually start writing, we just need to set the stage on why we're shifting away from the old DLL and DLP formats we've been using for so long. Take a look at this definition. ILAW is the new framework for DepEd school year 2026 to 2027. But here is the most important takeaway. It is a streamlined, learner-centered, and competency-based framework. ILAW is literally all about practical classroom design. It's absolutely not about making longer, heavier documents just for the sake of compliance. It's designed to make your life easier and your actual teaching much more effective. Right, let's get to work. Section 2. Competency and objectives. Go ahead and open your templates to steps 1 and 2 because this is where our lesson actually comes to life. Every great ILAW lesson plan has to be anchored in a real classroom example. So for our workshop today, we're going to act as grade 5 science teachers. Step 1 is super simple. We just select an official competency directly from the curriculum guide. For example, in a real classroom, we might choose describe the main parts of the digestive system and their functions. That's it. Let's write that down. That single sentence is the foundation for everything else we're about to build. Let's now fill in the objectives section together. Your objectives absolutely must match that competency we just wrote down. Notice how we break it apart here. We take that big competency and slice it into 3 specific, actionable objectives for our grade 5 kids. So we write 1, identify main parts, 2, describe functions, and 3, explain food processing. We write it exactly this way because we need to know the specific actions our students should be able to do by the time the bell rings. I actually want you to pause and copy this specific tip down in your notes. Avoid vague objectives like understand the lesson. Be specific and measurable. You know, this brilliantly illustrates a trap so many of us fall into. Why do we avoid the word understand? Because, well, understanding is totally invisible. You can't see it. But identifying a stomach on a diagram or describing what it does, those are actions you can actually see and measure in real time. Moving right along to Section 3, learning content. Let's see how this step builds our lesson's foundation. Let's fill out the learning content section next. We just need to quickly list the topic and the key concepts. So under topic, we write digestive system. Under key ideas, let's just jot down mouth, esophagus, stomach, intestines, and the digestion process. Notice what we're deliberately skipping here. We are not copying massive paragraphs from a textbook into the plan. We're keeping it incredibly simple, totally focused, and just completely uncluttered. All right, Section 4, the core experiences. We have officially arrived at the engine of the ILAW plan. Designing the learning experiences. This is, without a doubt, the most important part of the entire ILAW lesson plan, because this is the actual meat of your classroom time. Now, I know this step can feel a little intimidating to write out, but I promise you, you can actually do this. We are going to break it down logically, step by step, together. We make this manageable by dividing the classroom experience into 3 clear chronological phases. 1. Introduction or motivation. 2. Lesson proper or discussion. And 3. Application or activity. These 3 phases smoothly guide the flow of your classroom from the moment you say good morning to the moment the students start their independent work. Let's fill out these 3 boxes for our grade 5 science class. First up, the intro. Our decision here is to activate their curiosity immediately. So we write, show food picture. Ask, where does it go after swallowing? Next, we have the lesson proper, where we teach the core concept. We write, discuss organs. Use diagram labeling. Explain step-by-step process. You explain, they interact. Finally, the application. We need them to use this new knowledge right away, so we write group activity, label a blank diagram, short matching quiz. See how perfectly that flows? You hook them, you teach them, and then they immediately apply it.
Almost done. Section 5, Assessment and Reflection. Now we move to our verification steps to check if our grade 5 students actually absorbed what we just taught them.
Look at this practical question. How do we actually check if they learned the parts of the digestive system? Before we fill it in, think about your own classroom for a second. What quick, effective checks do you usually like to use right before the period wraps up? Okay, let's now fill in steps 5 and 6. For the formative assessment box, we'll write oral questioning, short worksheet, and an exit ticket asking function of the stomach. Now, I really want to emphasize that formative assessment in ILAW is absolutely not a high-stakes exam. It's just a quick pulse check on student progress so you know what to do tomorrow. Right below that, for generalization, we write our prompt. Ask the class, what did you learn today about the digestive system? This just helps them verbally reinforce those key concepts. Let's finish up the final steps of our template. For the reflection section, we'll write down prompts for the students like, what did you enjoy? And what was difficult? Letting students reflect drastically strengthens their own learning awareness. And lastly, we have the new AI declaration step. If you use digital tools to prepare, just list them here. For instance, you'd just write presentation tools or AI-assisted materials if you used AI to help generate that diagram of the stomach we used in the lesson proper. Section 6, Common Mistakes. Guess what? We have officially built a complete ILAW lesson plan together. But before we completely wrap up, I need you to grab your red pen because we have to talk about some common pitfalls. I want you to be totally aware of these specific red flags so you can easily avoid them. The absolute biggest mistake is panicking and just copy-pasting the old DLL format into the new template. Please don't do that. Keep it streamlined. Another trap is writing objectives that aren't perfectly aligned with your chosen competency. Also, watch out for piling on too many activities that lack a clear purpose, or completely forgetting a clear formative assessment at the end. Avoid weak reflection questions, and make sure your lesson actually flows logically. And listen, you are completely capable of avoiding every single one of these. And that brilliantly brings us to our core philosophy today. The new ILAW lesson plan is not about making longer documents. It is about clear alignment and real classroom application. If you followed along and used the simple steps we took today for our grade 5 science class, you've done it correctly. The whole point is to empower you to actually teach, not to bury you in endless paperwork. Seriously, look at your notes right now. You've just mapped out a perfect, functional lesson plan. You've completely mastered the format. You know what to do first, what to write next, where to place it, and exactly why you are writing it. So my final question for you is, how will you design your next meaningful classroom experience tomorrow? Take this template, apply it to your math, English, or science classes, and just watch how much smoother your daily preparation becomes. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer workshop, and happy teaching.